Hunger Games.
Action!
Welcome, people! This is Rich, your host for the 74th Hunger Games. Allow me to welcome all of you to our beautiful podcast. And now, let me introduce to you the one, the only one, the one and only, the four tributes! Come here, tributes! Come here! Smile, smile, for your expression. A round of applause to our strong tributes. Oh, okay, let's take our seats then.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! And we are the Hunger Games! Oh my god! So guys, to officially start our podcast, I would like to suggest everyone to showcase our mastery about the story. We need to pabitagyud. We need to give them the power of how good we are at our book. So to do that, we need to describe the entire book with just our facial expression. Are you ready? Okay. Sige. And 3, 2, 1, action!
Rich Lee Tianyon, Romel Caparida, Kienza Joy Reyes, Fabelin Lumotos, Jonalyn Abaron.
Anyway, so let's start with a little bit of background information from the book. Basically, the author is Suzanne Collins. She's an American writer, and did you know? Fun fact: her inspiration for this book was when she was channel scrolling from her TV. She basically switched from a television competition show, and also after that she's transferred to news about the Iraqi war against the Americans. So basically the idea mixed up in her mind wherein it was some sort of a war and then some sort of a TV competition game. So that's basically how the concept of the Hunger Games came into life. So, and also another trivia about that, there's possible inspiration for the book was that, do you remember the book of Theseus and the Minotaur? Yes, it's so good, right? So basically, it, like in the book, the Athens was forced to sacrifice young people, right, to the Minotaur, which is basically the same concept about what do you call that? The Hunger Games. Like, from each district there are tributes, which is basically same as the sacrifice. So yeah, that's basically a little bit of background information from the book.
Oh my god, so amazing. So to formally start, here are the few main characters. First up,
Titikman.
Totropahin. Okay, next. Titikman!
Titikman talaga.
So guys, when you stumble upon the title itself, The Hunger Games, what comes first in your mind? Like, what is your first impression? As for me, Manggod, it's like the lottery, where the title itself is the familiarize, just like the lottery. We thought that it's about fun. You will win a big prize. Yet the prize is something bigger. Yes, death. Oh my god! And the same goes here at the Hunger Games. The games there was the familiarized that we thought that it's something that we just play and survive, and
It's supposed to be fun.
and be happy. So how about you, girl? What is your first impression?
For me, I think the title itself is some sort of, what do you call it? Paradoxical. Like the arrangement of the words itself, it's like some sort of an oxymoron or paradox or something. Like the Hunger Games. When you think of games, just like you've said, it's supposed to be fun. Like it's supposed to be uplifting.
Enjoyable.
But then, when you say happy and uplifting, you can't really relate that to hunger, right? Like you're not happy when you're hungry. Of course, grab a Snicker.
Grab a Snicker.
So yeah, that's basically what I think about the Hunger Games title.
Alright. Well, basically, yeah. That's what I also think. It's the hunger. How are we supposed to understand that if it's like positive and negative?
You can't really tell just from the title itself, right?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
hard.
Yes, but I thought it's like a mukbang game, like a mukbang.
Hunger Games.
Hunger.
Mukbang game, like they like to
Eat?
race in eating some
eating.
food.
Ah.
Oh yes, I remember
But
eating competition.
That makes sense.
But then it's like a survival survival game like that you have to face death
in order to
in
win.
order to win, yes.
Yeah.
In order to win that, and
Yeah.
you have to sacrifice yourself. You have to do anything for that because only one person can survive in that game.
Oh,
Win.
shocking.
Over 24 tributes.
Yeah.
I mean, girl,
One can win.
if you were in that game, would you have survived?
No, I
No, I can't even cook yet.
I
But I can dance. I can slay actually. How about you, girl?
Yeah, from the first time I heard Hunger Games, it was actually on a television back in the days, and then I thought it was like a game. It's still fun, like a fun game, but that's involved being hungry in a game, and then you have to race with your whoever your friends is. You have to race with from them, against them,
for them.
about who is going to like be hungry first or the last to be hungry will be the winner, and that's what I thought about the game. But when I read the book, I was actually very surprised about the difference because it was such a deadly game, very different from what I expected it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, so the story unfolds actually in a dystopian world. Dystopia! It is previously it was called North America, but now it was created and structured that what we call now the nation of Panem. So Panem is a world where it consists of different districts, but most especially the most palpable is the middle area, or what we call the capital.
Yeah.
It is a wealthy and highly respected area where they are highly advanced city, and in which it's in the middle and surrounded with 12
districts.
12 existing districts. We must take note, guys, that these districts are impoverished. They are poor. They don't have any
They're
more to
basically
eat.
like slaves, right?
Yeah, they're basically slaves because they're forced to conform with the rules of the middle area or the capital people. And actually, originally, there are actually 13 districts,
yes.
but the 13th district was completely annihilated and liberated.
I think you're meant to say annihilated.
No, I beg your pardon. They were completely annihilated due to the fact that
I mean, they were the first to start a rebellion, right?
yes, because of their rebellion, they aim to tuwad. Ano yung tuwad? They aim to basta tuwad.
No, they were the first to see that the rules of the Hunger Games of the capital was very absurd. So that's why they created that rebellion. They thought that it was to what do you call that? To
Free the
what do you call that?
themselves?
To very
Or like
basically just
liberate?
bad, some sort.
Yeah.
Anyway, they didn't agree with the rules of the Hunger Games, like where they basically rob the young people of their future. Like you're gonna be scared every year that you would be picked out, and then even when you are picked out, you have very little chance to be able to survive. So they're basically scared.
So in order to maintain the status quo, okay, they're making lines like they're creating the brutal game, or what we call now the Hunger Games. Yes, it is an annual game where it involves killing each other of 24 participants, and the absurd things here is that only one will serve as a victor.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God.
the victor will receive a lot of money, a wealth, and a fame as well.
Fame.
Oh, and also a lifetime supply of foods.
So
And
they will never be hungry again.
yeah, and also the district as well will have their share, like a year's supply of foods.
Yes.
So that's basically good. And my part of this is that in the perspective of the districts, it's basically unfair because that was designed for entertainment in the view for the capital people. Yeah.
Yes.
But on the view of the district, it is serve as a punishment, as a
punishment.
reminder that they're not worthy to do another rebellion again.
Yes.
So hurt. Like they're sending people, they're sending their kids to a war in which they don't have any weapons at all. So
they
it's
are
unfair.
left vulnerable.
Yeah. So the story continues with Everdeen,
Yes,
the Everdeens,
Everdeen.
Katniss Everdeen, and she is a 16-year-old girl.
She's the protagonist, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and she has a sister, Primrose, a younger sister, Primrose, together with her mother, a traumatized mother due to her husband was
Who
killed.
died.
Yeah,
In a coal mine, yeah.
To the coal
That's where he
mine.
worked.
yeah, and also the one and only, confidante, best friend,
Childhood friend.
childhood friend,
friend.
hunting partner, kaibigan, kaibigan. Yeah, it's Gail Hawthorne. Oh, good.
Titik man. What
So
happened next?
yeah, the story continues there in which they're on this in the town square where all the people are gathering because the reaping is already happened. It's already happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
On that
And
day.
on that day, the reaping is about choosing two tributes, one male and another
female,
one
from each
female.
district.
Yeah, for each district. And the alignment here is that all are 12 to 18 years old should or mandatory to attend this reaping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no escape.
Yeah, no escape. If you
there's no
escape,
choice.
then you'll go to jail or
You basically became an Ebucs where they cut your tongue and you can't
become
speak
a slave.
Yes.
and you cannot speak anymore. And also, what happened there is that on the front row, we have the last person to attend, the 18 years old, and on the back row, the 12 years old,
the young ones.
Yeah, the young ones. So basically, it's most likely that those young ones are getting picked. But ironically speaking, Primrose got selected to be the tribute as a woman.
Wait, what-
1,000 tributes.
What are the chances again?
Yeah, it is
1,000,
1 in 1,000 chances to be
Yeah.
chosen.
There were 1,000
Like,
entries.
Can you even
Yeah.
believe it? That little choice and you still get picked?
Yeah, and she only has one entry.
One entry is in front, like, oh my god.
Why are you laughing?
Sorry. It's supposed to be
Supposed to
sad.
be sad.
Okay.
What happened next?
So, what happened next is that the people are dismayed, the people are saddened because in the previous years, okay, all the peoples or all the tributes that are chosen within 12 years old are definitely killed on the first day of that
Because
Hunger Games.
they're weak against the other people.
Yes, they don't have they aren't equipped with the things needed in order for them to survive, actually.
in the wild.
And later on, her sister was retaliated and go to Primrose. And you know what she say?
Katniss?
Yes, I volunteer as a tribute! Oh my god.
That line is so just
So satisfying. Yeah, everybody was shocked and awe. Everyone was shocked, and even Effie was shocked because it's been a while since there's a
Yes.
volunteer, especially on District 12.
They just want to survive. They don't want to die.
Yeah. And later on, the male category was chosen. It was Pizza Millar. No? She was
Bread boy.
a medium
the baker boy.
medium height and
build.
bulk. She was bulk and stock build. And lastly, his hair was ashy blonde. Oh my God.
Blonde or blonde?
Blonde.
Blonde.
Yeah. And it's really kicked up when Katniss Everdeen volunteered to take her sister Prim's place in the game. And can you imagine that she's basically stepping into a deadly arena where she has to fight other teenager and only one person can come out alive. Can you believe
My
that?
God.
I mean, basically,
my
it's a huge
God, it's
sacrifice
so
for her.
exciting.
She can't even look for her sister or her mother anymore. So it's basically.
Yes, and also it is a form of manipulation for them to not team up together, for them to lose eventually.
Yeah.
And and once Katniss chosen, she's taken into the capital where she trains and learns the survival tactics. And while she's there, she realizes she needs plan. And Pita,
It's a
the boy who is also chosen from her district, admits that he has a crush on her.
Oh my God. Okay.
So this scene turns out to be actually helpful because the capital audience loves a romantic story, and especially the tragic one.
Tragic one.
I mean, who wouldn't? I would love to see it.
Star-crossed lovers.
Yes.
Yeah, and so this makes the Katniss and Pita more popular, and then it means that they can get more sponsors, so they might survive from the game later.
Wait, especially I love their outfit about the cold, because it was mentioned that in the previous years they used to paint the tributes in District 12 with black to represent cold, but in that year it was so ingenious, very very good,
Very
it's so
authentic.
satisfying.
And who was that fashionist?
Sina! Yes, I love him. He was so supportive.
Sina, the flaming master Sina.
I love him. So, and then when the game starts, the things get intense. So Katniss has to get some food and water, or even dodge attacks from her other tributes. And she somehow survived from all of that danger in the arena. And at this point, she teams up with a young girl
Named Rue.
Oh yes, she was so cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
12-year-old.
Yeah, she was basically the same
very
age as
brave
Primrose,
12-year-old
right?
Yeah, she sees Rue as her younger sister Primrose. Oh my
yeah.
God!
Yes.
And her name was also named with a plant like Primrose.
So of course they help each other, and then when Rue dies, of course Katniss is heartbroken.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
She sang a
It's
song
like-
for her.
I mean, for her, it's like seeing your sister die, because she saw her sister in Rue. So of course, it's like seeing
And
her
brutally killed at that. Oh my God!
Yes.
Ugh.
and the worst part is that she tried to protect her.
Who cried in that scene?
I did. I'm sure I did. It's basically so devastating.
You mentioning that hurts my little heart.
So she honors Rue by covering her with flowers.
Flowers.
Also,
And
that
sang her
action
song.
actually sparks a reaction from the districts watching at home.
Yes.
Especially the lower one,
District
the
11.
District 11 and
Yeah.
12.
12, yes.
And so it's like a silent protest against the capital.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and after that, so like when Rue died, it was then moving forward. So it was announced by Claudius Temple Smith that the rules of the game will be changed. So instead of one tribute being the official victor of the game, there will be two tributes from the same district who will win the game. And so, but the case is like Katniss was happy about that, but Peter Millark was nowhere to be found at that time.
Well, like,
even
so she was trying to look for him because they actually had a chance to win this game.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
If they team up.
yeah, he was nowhere to be found, even though he's alive, but his location is unknown, and so like Katniss Everdeen searched for him. So it took such a long time. It was so difficult to find him, and then one day, moving forward, she walked in the stream, and then when she was walking in the stream, there was this like in the side of the stream there is this muddy bank, and then there he found Peter Millark. So he was like in a camouflage.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he wrapped
Reunion is
himself-
basically a reunion. Oh my God.
yeah, he rubbed himself with mud and then covered himself with leaves, specifically pine leaves.
Wait, how did he do that though? Wait,
How did you do
Good at
that?
I remember he was a baker, right?
Yeah.
He
Yes.
knows how to decorate cake. He know his way around art. So basically,
Yeah.
he knows how to design his face in order to camouflage in his pants. It's basically a chameleon at this point.
Yeah, he's so talented at that. And then when Katniss found him, like she helped him, of course, and then brought him to a stream, cleaned his body, and then he was fatally wounded because he protected like Katniss. Like we know that.
Yeah,
right?
from
And-
Keto when.
Yeah, he protected like Katniss from Kato.
Yeah, Keto.
Yeah, so he was fatally wounded, and then she cleaned his wound. His wound was very, what do you call that?
Infected.
Yeah, his wound was very bad. It was infected,
Severe.
and then she was actually repulsed about that, but she still
Repulsed.
managed to,
Help him.
clean him up
Yeah.
and then help him. Then after that, she brought him in order to search for some shelters.
Yeah.
And so they found this cave.
Yeah.
Like it's not really a cave. It's stones that
So,
is
like-
piled together. It was structured into a cave, and then they went there in order to like shelter for a couple of days. So they stayed there, and then after that,
Wait. Tell us what happened in the cave.
They what? They killed. Wait, God.
Oh my gosh.
so they stayed in there for a couple of days, and then but Peter Millard, sadly, his wound is getting worse. So it was really infected, and to the point that he almost died. He
Yeah, the
almost
severe
died.
fever.
No. Yeah, and then so it was again. It was announced by Claudius Templesmith that there will be a feast.
Wait, like when you think about it, the feast is supposed to be like a festive, very fun.
Yeah, that's
A
what I thought
mukbang.
too.
But in the book, what happened?
Yeah, but in that it was like a deadly feast because in that feast there will be like a couple of packs that will be gathered like in the middle of the cornucopia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so those pack will be respectively like marked according to the district's number.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
like there were 5 of them remaining. One from the same district, which is Pita and Katniss. And so Katniss, wanting to like save Pita,
Pita.
so she joined that feast, even though Pita was against it. So she made him eat this like battered
Syrup?
berries.
Yeah, with the syrup.
With medicine. Yeah,
syrup.
Yeah,
In order to sleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sleeping medicine. Then Pita Millard ate
Yeah,
that,
ate
and then
that.
he slept for a whole day. Oh my gosh! And then he went to that game. He participated. She went.
The things we do for
yes.
love.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she went to that game. She
So
won,
sad.
fortunately, but she got this caught on his
She was
bike.
wounded.
Yeah,
Wounded.
by who's that? Clove.
Clove?
Yeah.
Wow,
it
yeah.
was
From the
Clove.
District 1.
Yeah, he was. She
He
was
was-
saved by Fish. Yeah,
Thresh.
Trash.
Yeah, she was saved by Trash, and then after that, he went back to the cave and then gave the medicine to Peter Mullock. It was like an injection.
Injection of some sort, yeah.
Injection, yeah.
She injected it on his arm, and then after that, he was gradually healed. Magically, it was almost magically, and after that,
Magic.
they went to hunt for food, and then
But
So-
Peter was still a little bit injured at this time, so he can't go hunt
yeah,
with Katniss.
he
Yeah.
can't really go hunt.
So what did Katniss let him do again?
Yeah, she instructed him to like gather some food.
Oh yeah, I
and
remember.
then,
I remember.
And then Peter Millark gathered this nightlock berries, which are very.
But he didn't know it at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
oblivious at that
He doesn't know
time.
anything about agriculture because they were coal miners in District 12, so they didn't know anything about plants.
Yeah, he was oblivious at that time, and then Foxface actually ate that. She died, and then
So
oh my gosh,
girl.
Foxface is one of my favorite because she's so like vigilant,
evasive.
Yeah, and
very
agile.
evasive.
Smart.
Oh, with
Yeah.
wise.
And then after that, what was I again?
Fuckface died,
Fuckface
and then
died.
Yes,
who were
yeah,
left?
Fuckface.
Who were the ones left?
The 3 of them, Kato,
Katniss.
Katniss, and
Peeta.
Peeta. So, in order to like make them meet, the game makers made this hounds. It's like mutation, right? What is
Yeah,
Mutation.
it's similar to a wolf and a
Mut-
boar. Or
It
something.
was pronounced as mutation.
Yeah, mutation.
And it's double
M-U-T-T. Yeah, double T.
Or
Yeah,
not in short.
Yeah, they made this hound mutation and then let them chase them into like the middle of
Of
cornucopia where
yeah.
they will meet in order to fight. And then fortunately, there
But
were
before
defeated.
that, what did Katniss notice about the hounds again? About the eyes.
About
Yeah,
the
Like I remember something
eyes.
about the eyes.
It's like it's like the eyes of those victims a long time ago.
No, the districts from that day.
Oh
Those
yes, the
who
tributes,
died.
the tributes.
Oh,
Katniss noticed that the eyes look like Rue's eyes,
Yeah.
Glimmer's eyes, those
Glimmers.
previous tributes.
And the height, their sizes, everything.
yeah, they look very similar.
Yeah, that was it. And then after that, the two of them fortunately win. Kato like was defeated, and then
Yeah.
so after that, it was suddenly announced that when they won together, right? But
Yeah.
it was suddenly announced that the like previous rule will be revoked, and the victors will only be one again. So
These game makers are full of ass.
Yeah.
they are so manipulative, and then so because of that, they plan to eat the Snightlocks together.
Together.
In
the name of
because
love.
they do not want one of them to die. So
They
Yeah.
choose to die together.
Together.
Every day, love is-
we should stick together and love.
they put the Snightlocks in their mouth, and then after that, it was suddenly announced that stop.
Yeah.
The rules will be,
Change.
Yeah,
And then they won the game. It was announced that they won the game. The two of them.
Finally,
Yeah.
about time.
About time. And so Peter was injured and they went to the capital in order to
Yeah, they were
get
saved.
treatment and all of that. And so they had to prepare for their appearances, which is their
Wait, before
interview.
that,
Before
they
that
were
one.
wounded, right? Like
Yes,
what happened to
wounded.
their wounds?
It was instantly fixed. All of it.
It was almost like magical of some
Magic.
sort. Their technology was beyond any comprehension
Oh my
of
God.
Yeah.
They are so advanced.
Like Katniss's left ear, it was
it
damaged.
was damaged. She couldn't hear from the left ear
Yeah.
because of the landmines, right?
The landlines.
Yeah, and basically after that, it basically looked like, or it felt like it never happened in the first place.
Yeah,
No wounds,
everything.
no scars.
No scars, everything from Katniss's past what is that, hunts?
Yeah.
It was all gone. Everything.
Flawless.
Flawless. And so
Anyway.
yeah, it was the interview. The both of them won, and they had to watch a 3-hour highlights of them killing each other, fighting for
Wait,
survival.
but first, before the interview, what
Yes.
did Haymitch say to Katniss again? What did he tell her to do?
Pretend to be in love.
Yes.
She had to pretend to be in love with Peeta Millark, and so that's what happened. And then they went home.
Before they went home, it was said that what Katniss did during the Hunger Games was some sort of, just like Fabulin mentioned, it triggered some sort of an act of rebellion
Yeah.
or a silent protest against the Capitol, right? So basically, before that, if they didn't do the little act of being in love, they would be the target of the Capitol. So they had to do that because it's a little bit of sacrifice from them.
Yeah.
But actually, Peeta didn't know this, right? Like he thought it was all authentic, but yeah, Katniss was basically just pretending to save herself and save her family. I mean, save both of them actually from the rage of the Capitol. And basically after that, when they were given permission to go home, they basically rode the same train that brought them to the Capitol. And then on their way there, Peeta got mad when he found out that they were basically just pretending, or Katniss was pretending to be in love. Like he asked which part of it was even real. Like Katniss said it. Some
of them. Some
Katniss said some of them are real, but Peeta said which parts. But she couldn't answer.
Is it real?
It was real, but Katniss basically had some sort of conflicted feelings within herself because she's, as you've said before, she's not ready to get married.
Yeah.
She's not ready to
kids.
to commit in any relationship. She doesn't want to have kids in that kind of area, in that kind of era, right? So basically, she is not ready to be in love yet. So she is very conflicted with her feelings because even though she just pretended to be in love in the interview, she did feel a little bit of attraction to Peeta. Yeah, but One thing that is conflicting here because she also has some sort of feelings
Feelings
towards
for
Gail.
Gail,
Yes,
yes. Oh my God.
the one, the childhood sweetheart.
So it was confirmed.
Yes, it was confirmed in the book that she had some sort of feelings. That's why she was conflicted.
Conflicted for both
So
of them.
basically, that's how it wrapped up. And the last part of the book one in the Hunger Games basically created a little bit of ganang what do you call that?
Segue
No,
to
some
the
sort of setting for the new
setting.
book, which
Yeah,
is titled
segue.
Catching Fire!
Catching Fire.
which I think is it a coincidence or it rhymes with a little bit of katong what do you call that?
Girl on
The girl on fire!
But
Oh my
in
god!
the book, it was
the girl who was
On fire!
It was past tense, of
Tigo,
course.
tigo, like fire!
So first, let's take a run through about the characters. So who wants to go first?
Of course, me.
So who's your favorite and possibly your hate or something like that?
So my favorite character is of course the main protagonist,
Yeah.
Katniss Everdeen. She is a 16-year-old, black hair and gray eyes.
Gray
And
eyes.
she is also caring and helpful to her family. And what I like her is that she is a fighter like me.
Lighter.
So, do you know which part I like the most?
What is it?
The part when she step out,
Steps up for her sister.
Yes, she volunteered to take place for her sister. Because if that was me, I will also step.
Oh,
you have a younger sister?
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. They
Love that for
are
you.
girls, of course.
Okay.
I would rather take that place.
Sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, I will rather sacrifice that place.
Okay, so who do you hate most?
I don't hate
Any
anyone,
characters? Alright.
but I also like her sister, which
Yeah,
is Primrose.
Everything.
Of course.
And she is a 12 years old, blonde hair.
Blonde
and,
hair.
She also has a gray blue
Blue
eyes.
eyes.
And she is also a healer.
Yeah, she's good with medicine, right?
Yes.
Wait, so I'm next. Okay, so I think I really like Gale, not because he's hot.
Shut up! Shut
I mean,
up!
he is hot. He is
Shut up!
Pumila ka po.
he is tall. He is muscular. He has dark hair and gray eyes. I mean, who wouldn't like that kind of man, right? Anyway, so I like him because he was always so supportive. He was there by Katniss's side, even from the start. They were childhood friends, right?
Yeah.
Also, I also like Rue because she's the same. She's similar with Gale because they all throughout the story they help each other, and of course they were some sort of what do you call that, supportive character for
Yeah.
Katniss to help her grow. Anyway, so who's next?
It's me. Mine is Senna and Portia. Although they're side characters, but they dealt a great impact on the story, especially when
I mean, they won.
I do win. especially when Katniss lost in translation, that she feel that no one would help her anymore. She was alone.
Yeah.
But there was Senna, there was Portia who helped her full-fledgedly, like if Senna was given a chance to choose other district, he would still choose District 12. Oh my God, so amazing. I can relate it since I'm a type of friend where I really support every people wholeheartedly. And also, what I hate the most in the character is, Katniss, because of her...
Why do you hate her?
Because of her powerful overthinking, guys,
I
we
get
shouldn't let our emotions to control our actions. I love that. Oh my
I mean, she
God.
basically sabotaged her own self before it even started.
Yes, and she thinks that Pizza is doing this for fame, but that wasn't the case. So I hate that part.
So who's next?
Alright, it's me. It's my turn. So it's Peter Millard, and I love him. He has blue eyes, a blonde hair, and a very strong build. And he is a baker's son, so he is good at baking and stuff. Katniss called her the boy with the bread, and so I love his character because he is selfless and he helps out, and also he is in love with Katniss since he was like first at first sight they were like 5 years
Yeah.
old, and so yeah, I just love his character because he is genuinely kind and he's good with his words and all of that. He's good at talking. And so yeah, my next character, which I dislike, of course, because it's the antagonist, who is President
Snow.
Snow.
No,
Yes.
yeah.
He is an old man, a white bearded man, and he has the symbolism of the white rose. And so, yeah, he is a character who is manipulative, controlling, because he controls all of Capitol. He is the president. So, yeah, I just don't like his character because, yeah, he controls everything. He manipulates the characters, all of them, Katniss Everdeen, all of the in the Hunger Games and
Yeah,
all.
the tributes.
Yeah, the tributes. Yeah. So yeah, that's all.
So for mine is I like Abernathy. No, Hamish Abernathy and
Hamish.
Lincoln.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hamish Abernathy is like a middle-aged man, but it's scruffy. Like his physical appearance, he's usually scruffy, and it's also a junk card. And then Effie Trinket, she's like a fashionista. So Effie Trinket is a fashionista. He dresses in extravagant clothes and wigs, and then he's also enthusiastic and is loyal to her district. And so Hamish and Renati though at first, so I like them as duo because the both of them are like an important characters of even though they are
The
just
development
side
of-
characters, you
yeah.
know, because they're the ones who take care of the
Main character.
Yeah, but
the
Hamish,
tributes
Hamish
of the
looks
district 12.
useless at the start though because he was like really
Yeah,
drunk at the
drunk.
start.
No,
Like, I
no,
really
no.
hated that part
Yeah.
about him. He couldn't help them that much because he was drunk at first, but then he
Yeah,
he redeemed himself.
in further chapters, you will actually realize that he's actually genuine. So he was just like traumatized from his past.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah,
he
but
did win.
past
He did
trip-
win the Hunger Games, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
24
That
years.
doesn't justify the fact na he punched the face of pizza just because he spilled his drink. Like, oh my god, for the drink and for the face.
Alright.
My
Yeah,
precious
so,
face husband.
So Hamish Abernathy is like the second winner of the District 12 from the 50th like Hunger Games. So even though he seems uninterested in helping the both of them, but in further chapters, yeah, you will realize that he is actually genuine and he really wants them to win and survive the game. And then Effie Trinket is just very supportive of them. So I like the both of them because you know they're the ones who make sure that they are well prepared before the game. And I like them.
I mean,
Yeah.
she also teach them about manners.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know that a lot of that about before
Before.
because I mean they lived in the slums. They basically didn't need to learn that because they never thought that they would be in such place wherein they have to be very demure.
demure.
Yeah.
Yes, basically that's it.
That's it.
So, guys, why do you think this book is considered as popular lit?
I think because it appealed to the mass.
I also think that it's easily accessible, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, and also it captures the themes, relevant themes, specifically war.
all right, and it's also the language used is understandable and easy.
Yeah, and it's also because it's culturally impactful.
Oh,
Now let's go to the symbolisms. What are the symbolisms present in the story?
For Brad, I think it's hope.
Oh, you mean bread symbolizes hope?
Yes.
Oh my god, I like that thought. For me, I think it's the dandelion. Do you remember the dandelion in the story?
Yeah.
I think it symbolizes the people of District 12, wherein it symbolizes survival.
Survival.
yeah, and for me, do you remember the burning passion, the fire, which were exuded by Miss Katniss?
Yeah.
So that was a symbolism of her burning passion, her inspiration to do such jobs.
Yes, and of course, the most important part is the Mockingjay pin that Madge
Yeah.
gave for Katniss Everdeen. And the Mockingjay pin symbolizes the rebellion against the Capitol. So yeah.
And then, do you remember the glass where they place the slips? So, yeah, do you
yeah, the
remember that?
reaping day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
on
also
the reaping day.
represents the faith of those people who are involved in that, you know.
And yeah, the randomness of faith.
yeah, the
Yes.
randomness of faith. Alright.
In every world, the universe rather, there's always a social hierarchy.
And social hierarchy is often due to the oppressive power of government manipulation.
Despite manipulative government, there are always people who are willing to fight.
Those people who are willing to fight, remember, you're not alone. There's always a friend in adversity.
And in every adversity, there is always hope.
And I just want to leave a message to you all to end this podcast. This came from President Snow in the Hunger Games movie, where he basically said, hope is the only thing that is stronger than fear. A little bit of hope is good. A lot of hope is dangerous.
Special thanks to Carl Lorca, videographer. Jade Ayento, food sponsor. Hence why there should only be little hope for all the districts in Panem, so that no one will realize the harsh reality they are truly in, that the Hunger Games are brutal and unfair and that they should fight against it. They did, because of our instigator, Katniss Everdeen.